Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us. This presentation introduces the RiskReady OS and DIN Consultant Earnings and Infrastructure Model. RiskReady OS is not simply software, nor is it traditional consulting. It is a consulting infrastructure system designed to help professionals increase visibility, position businesses for capital readiness, and generate recurring income through a structured ecosystem. At the center of this model is DIN, the Distributed Impression Network. DIN is designed to turn repeated market visibility into consultant opportunities, free trial traffic, subscriber growth, lead recovery, and recurring revenue. The purpose of this presentation is to show how distributed visibility can create multi-stream consultant income when supported by the right platform infrastructure. This slide shows how DIN visibility can move into funnel performance. Using conservative numbers, 63,000 monthly impressions can create approximately 1.4% click-through behavior, resulting in 882 monthly visitors. From there, a 10% evaluation sign-up rate produces 88 evaluations. A 10% consulting closing ratio can generate 9 new consulting clients per month. The strategic point is that DIN creates repeated exposure before a prospect ever enters the funnel. By the time the prospect clicks, they have already seen the message, the brand, the consultant, or the value proposition multiple times. That makes the funnel warmer, not colder. One of the strongest parts of the RiskReady OS model is lead recovery. Most businesses lose non-converting prospects. RiskReady OS is designed to monetize both conversions and non-conversions. In this example, 101 free trial participants enter the platform. 10 convert into direct platform subscribers. 91 do not immediately convert, but they are not wasted. Those non-converted leads become opportunities for consultants to recover. Even if consultants recover only 7 to 10% of those leads, that can generate additional subscribers, consulting clients, and revenue. This means the platform does not treat non-conversion as failure. It treats non-conversion as a second monetization pathway. RiskReady OS is designed around multiple income streams for consultants. The consultant is not limited to a single source of income. Revenue opportunities include monthly consulting retainers, first-month RiskReady OS commissions, recurring residual income, agent platform access fees, personal credit repair insurance commissions, bond revenue, funding participation, and certification revenue. That is the power of the model. The consultant is not operating from a single transaction. The consultant operates within a financial services distribution ecosystem. Each client relationship can create multiple possible revenue paths based on what the client needs, what the consultant is qualified to provide, and what the platform identifies through readiness scoring. Monthly consulting retainers create the foundation of the model. In this example, the consultant works with 9 active retainer clients, each with an average retainer of $250 per month. That creates $2,250 in monthly consulting revenue, or approximately $27,000 annually. This matters because the retainer is not dependent on commissions, funding approvals, or one-time sales. It creates stable recurring income for advisory work. The consultant can help clients interpret their scores, understand structural weaknesses, prepare for capital readiness, improve operational positioning, and decide which additional services may be needed. This positions the consultant as a recurring advisor, not a one-time salesperson. RiskReady OS also creates first-month affiliate commission opportunities. In this example, the consultant generates 9 new subscriber conversions per month, with an average subscription value of $150. With a 30% first-month commission, the consultant earns $405 per month in first-month commission revenue, annualized, which equals approximately $4,860. The important point is that these commissions are not the entire model. They are one part of the model. The real strength comes from combining first-month commissions with residual income, consulting retainers, recovered leads, and other service-based revenue streams. Residual income is where the model becomes more powerful over time. In this example, the consultant generates 9 recovered subscribers per month. That equals 108 annual subscriber accumulations. At an average subscription of $150 with a 20% residual, the annualized run rate becomes approximately $19,440. The key clarification is important. The $19,440 represents the run rate. Once the subscriber base accumulates, Year 1 collections are lower because subscribers are added month by month. But as the subscriber base grows, residual income compounds. That is why the model is not just about acquisition, it is about accumulation and retention. Consultants can also create recurring income through agent platform access fees. In this example, a consultant supports 5 agents or mentors who pay $100 per month for a platform that generates $500 in monthly revenue, or $6,000 annually. This is important because it creates leverage beyond the consultant's personal production. Agents receive platform access, DIN support systems, ecosystem exposure, consultant support, and income opportunities. The consultant receives recurring infrastructure income. This helps move the consultant from independent operator to ecosystem builder. Many business owners seeking capital readiness also need to improve their personal credit. This slide shows personal credit repair as a high-demand service opportunity. In the example, 6 active clients at $150 per month generate $900 in monthly revenue, or $10,800 annually. The point is not to turn RiskReady OS into a credit repair company. The point is that capital readiness often exposes personal credit weaknesses. If the consultant has the expertise or approved tools, this becomes an additional service opportunity. If not, the client can be referred to the marketplace. Either way, the platform helps identify the need. Insurance creates another recurring income opportunity. Many business clients need proper insurance coverage before they can look credible to lenders, partners, landlords, vendors, and contracting opportunities. In this example, 50 annual policies, each with an average annual commission of $1,000, generate $50,000 in annual revenue. Potential insurance matters because it strengthens risk positioning. It helps protect the business, improves institutional confidence, and supports capital readiness. For qualified insurance professionals, RiskReady OS creates a natural bridge between business readiness, risk assessment, and insurance structuring. Bond revenue represents another targeted opportunity. Many contractors and project-based businesses need bid bonds, performance bonds, payment bonds, or surety support. In this example, 3 active clients with an average bond revenue of $1,250 generate $3,750 in monthly revenue, or $45,000 annually. The value here is not just the bond itself. Bonding can help businesses pursue larger contracts and more serious opportunities. When RiskReady OS helps identify weaknesses in structure, readiness, documentation, and risk, consultants can help move clients toward better bonding and contracting readiness. Funding and brokerage participation can create significant downstream revenue. In this example, 1 funded deal per month at an average commission of $2,500 creates $2,500 in monthly revenue, or $30,000 annually. But the positioning must be clear. RiskReady OS is not just chasing funding. It prepares businesses before they approach lenders. That includes structure, documentation, business model strength, risk assessment, banking readiness, and operational credibility. Capital readiness creates downstream funding opportunities. The better prepared the client is, the stronger the consultant's role becomes. Certification revenue adds another expansion layer. In this example, 2 certifications per month at a $100 reimbursement per certification generate $200 in monthly revenue, or $2,400 annually. Certification matters because it creates standards. It helps consultants understand the platform, scoring systems, readiness process, and client advisory model. It also expands the ecosystem. Every certified consultant, advisor, broker, or agency operator can join a larger distribution and service infrastructure. That is how the model expands through training, development, and deployment. This slide brings the model together. A moderate professional partner can generate income from consulting retainers, first-month commissions, residual income, agent platform access fees, personal credit repair, insurance commissions, bond revenue, funding participation, and certification revenue. In this example, the estimated moderate year-one annual potential is approximately $244,300 to $263,740. This is not a guarantee. It is a model showing what becomes possible when multiple income streams are connected to infrastructure. The consultant is no longer dependent on a single service, client type, or transaction. The consultant operates inside a recurring ecosystem with multiple monetization paths. Before we discuss why the model scales, it's important to understand what these income illustrations do not include. The revenue examples presented throughout this presentation are not based on building a large recruiting organization or creating a massive downline. They do not include insurance override commissions, renewal overrides, agency production overrides, funding overrides, bond overrides, certification overrides, referral overrides, or other agency-level compensation structures. Instead, these examples focus primarily on direct consultant activity, infrastructure participation, client relationships, and service delivery opportunities. In other words, the model is designed to work before an agency is built. If a consultant later chooses to build an agency, train additional professionals, and participate in override structures, that becomes additional upside beyond the examples shown. This distinction is important because it demonstrates that RiskReady OS is not dependent upon recruiting. The infrastructure creates value at the consultant level first, and agency expansion becomes a multiplier rather than a requirement. Now let's look at why the model scales. The reason this model scales is that RiskReady OS creates infrastructure leverage. Traditional consultants must generate leads manually, create content alone, buy advertising, build operational systems, and maintain visibility independently. RiskReady OS provides centralized artificial intelligence infrastructure, centralized visibility systems, centralized operational positioning, centralized lead generation, distributed ecosystem exposure, and recurring authority infrastructure that changes the consultant's role. The consultant operates inside infrastructure instead of building everything from scratch. This is what allows the model to scale beyond traditional consulting. To conclude, this is not traditional consulting. This is infrastructure-based consulting, distributed visibility economics, artificial intelligence, enhanced operational consulting, recurring ecosystem monetization, capital readiness infrastructure, and consultant expansion architecture. RiskReady plus DIN transforms visibility into recurring infrastructure-driven revenue. The platform creates the infrastructure. DIN creates the visibility. The consultant creates the client relationship. And together, the ecosystem creates recurring income opportunities across multiple revenue streams. That is the RiskReady OS Consultants expansion model. Thank you, and we look forward to discussing the next steps during the webinar.